But yeah, if you do have it in a gas and you want to pump it up and clean that out, you're going to want to use the gas reservoirs though, because otherwise the chlorine does nothing to the zombie spores. And we'll show you right now. We're going to need to do the bottom one as well once we're able to. What's the difference between killed by and disinfected by? Speed of which it happens. So I just pushed down the zombie spores to the bottom. So it went from 600,000 germs to 1.2 million. Right? So we're going to do it again. And then basically just delete it. I might actually displace the petroleum. So when you look at this tab, killed by means that it goes down. Disinfected by means it plummets. So it's a difference of how fast the change happens. So inhibited by means there's no change. It stays at net zero. Survives in means that it normally reproduces until it hits a certain amount of germ count. So that's going to be the 4 stages for the germs. Reproduction, net zero, slightly trending downwards, plus actually plummeting downwards for your diseases in most cases. That sounds kind of cheaty to me. It is. It is kind of a cheat. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to lie. It's kind of a cheat. So chlorine's going to be the fastest way to kill it on the per second interval. But of course, it doesn't factor in something like convenience, having to build a build, things like that. Can we dig this? Where's Rambo at, dude? There he is. All right. So there is a germ right here as well. There we go. All right, so just like that, we built a tile, and the germ disappeared. The germ disappeared. So we're going to do the same thing here. We're going to have someone build a tile on this, and bam! Germs are gone. So that's going to be the easiest way to deal with slime lung. So you could do this for the entire room as well. So this big room of slime lung, zombie spores, we could just bop it by, building tiles on top of it. So a lot of the times that's going to be the method I like to do, because if you contain it and don't have issues like that, it never becomes an issue. Because we're basically quarantining it and then we're treating it from the outside in. So all you have to do is be a little bit attentive and it should be fine. Oh, this is just a hot area. This is actually not bad. I could probably come back in here later once I'm ready to deal with the heat. So let's probably just cap this off. And then the pyrite's not going to help me, so I'm just going to seal this up until I'm ready to grab the gold. And then I need to work on this side next, which is what I want to do. Let's make this to a 7. I don't want to go inside to grab anything. Who is sick? We have Zero Dragon with food poisoning. He's probably eating some of the... Yeah, we have food poisoning on our food, man. Feels bad. If it wasn't meant to function like that, the devs would not have put it in it that way. So the devs did actually patch out the corner building to a certain degree. Back later, eating time. Gotcha, Napolinis. Hope you have a nice meal, dude. We'll see you later. And yo, man, thank you so much for the raid once again. Hope you have a good one. All right, seal this up so the heat stays inside. We'll deal with it later, and then we will seal this up. And then I think I have to seal this up right here. This is also really hot, and I don't want to deal with it. Not bad. Not bad. So we have a magma vein right there. Speed this up. We got to do that. Citrus is mad. I don't know why he's mad. And then looking at everything else, it's looking pretty good. Water is melting. Let's go. Maybe we want to move upwards from here. Oh yeah, we still have to do this, right? So let's get the construction on a 7. 69% stress. Food is good. Food poisoning is not too bad. We'll probably want to seal this up though. So how do I want to do this? It's probably like that. And then from here, I probably go like this. Because I don't want to open this so the gas doesn't come out because it's zombie spores. Oh, now because it's zombie spores, I want a double layer. So that I could go this way and corner build. Yeah. And then if we do proper spacing, and we take this as proper spacing, so it's 4, for 4. We go down and it's 4, 4, 4. So that means I go like this. And then this lines up to up there. So maybe this goes up higher. We'll keep it like that for now, though. Okay, so that's going to be the way we want to dig. So we could cancel this because that was for spacing. Autosave lag. Alright, we're going to climb through this way. Jump up. And then we're going to want 3, which means we need this to be a 2. Probably do it this way then. Okay, because this is already dug out. And then we could build this. Go on top. And then I think I ladder up vertically, but I want to go up this way. Which means I'm going to need ladders. So we'll be like that for now. And then hopefully we'll be fine. And then once we seal up those 2 areas, we have a better control over the overall temperature of the asteroid. Because we'll deal with the hot areas later. I want to have steam turbines for that. We saved all the pips. I'm going to say that, even though I don't know if we actually did. Like, someone could have died in here. There's no meat, though, right? So, I think we're good. Alright, so we gotta dig, gotta do the other spot. We gotta do these ladders over here, build this out. We got a new printout. Water, sure. We're looking for a Frankie still. Buff gourmet. I don't know, man. Build rocketry. We'll just take the water. Composters are flooded every time. I want to do this soon, though, so that I can make my infinite spill actually work. Meemaw, let's go. Nice. Now we got these 3 jobs to do. Compost is chill. That's sealed up and they didn't get stuck. Good stuff. So I don't have to monitor this anymore. Oh, was this active for a second? Oh, the gas pressure is over 10 kilograms, which is why it's not actually producing. Ah, I see now. I see. Oh, this guy's working hard. Susumu, the legend. Sealing up as much as we can. And then eventually this is going to cool down. The mud's not going to become water. Do this perimeter. After we do that, we'll do one on the right side. And then we'll connect it in the middle. It's looking alright, though. The glass looks amazing. I'm not going to lie, the glass tiles. It keeps debating me, though. I keep thinking it's, I keep thinking it's actually just, Oh, I see what's happening here. The fertilizer is cooking into dirt. So there's supposed to be a mix like this. But because it's so hot, fertilizer cooks into dirt at 125. Oh yeah, that's a thing. So we have dirt there, not because we're supposed to, but because it got cooked. Liquid glass? Okay. That's pretty cool. That's some liquid glass. We got some more helium with the molten slicksters. Sweetles on top of the sugar. Oh man, that's their food source they're standing on. Okay, so we're going to be working on this. Going to get some ladders here. After we do that, we got to mine that out. Get this built. Everything's looking all right. And then we got to make space. Because dirt is so high, I need to keep the compost there. I need to make space, though. Ooh, that got done. All right, we need this ladder. And I think we're going to be good. Anything could be liquid if it gets hot enough. 100%. 100%. Alright, so does this work? If it breaks, I'm fine. I just need to make sure I check it out. Because I need to see if the liquid is faster than the gas, or if the gas is faster than the liquid. If the liquid is faster and it pushes it in, and we don't get a bubble just erupting up, infinite spill, and then we just seal up all the naphtha in here. Start pumping some of the naphtha in here as well. Don't have to worry about the naphtha being an issue anymore. Mr. Rambo with the boat cut. Gotta put this on 1x speed. And it's infinite spill. Let's go. So all the naphtha is gonna be safe now. We gotta mine this out. Can we move you here so you mine immediately? Let's go. Okay, now we have to mine this. Rambo, hook me up. I need you to dig this, buddy. And then we're gonna deconstruct. No, we'll dig out these tiles. And then this allows the top to spill out and leak out. So because of the spillway, it's already bottlenecked itself. So this is gonna be at 120 pretty consistently. Everything else is gonna go up and down. Nice. Okay, good stuff, good stuff. In time, this is gonna drain itself. I'm not gonna have to worry. I'm gonna want a ladder right there though, just in case. Okay, so that's gonna be cleaned up. I'm probably gonna want to crack the naphtha in here as well, so it spills out. And then there is no oil, right? Yeah, as long as I don't allow this level to spill, I'll be okay. And then pumping up some of the naphtha, good stuff. I might want some more suits. That's the one thing I'm looking for next. Let's deconstruct that actually. The top is still a no suit area, but that's okay. We still have a lot of polluted oxygen, so I'm really not worried at all. There's also the other areas. No, there's not. Yeah, 7 kilograms and a lot of other zones. So there's a lot of oxygen here. I could also just move a vent because it is connected. Oh, it's more pressurized in here than it is here. Do the dupes go into the bathroom in suits? No, they take them off before they go into the bathrooms. Checkpoints right there. Let's actually move these guys. Move into the... oh, dude, more dupes. Dude, these guys are just fighting, man, with other critters. Not cool, dude. Not cool. The auto sweeper needs to hurry up, man. Sweep out the eggs. Pokeshells are just clapping everybody. Alright, speed this up. Working on that. Working on this. This is all pyrite. Ah, it's so gross. That's so gross. That's all pyrite right here. I need gold. My game's not listening, man. Okay, so this is gonna drain. That means we could actually mine everything else now. So we're mining out lime, stuff like that. It's gonna be perfectly fine. I could make the jump and then jump through this way, jump through that way, jump through that way. Nice. Pyrite have any use? It's a metal ore. It just doesn't have the same properties as gold. So it's basically copper in that regard. Because I want the gold amalgam so that I could build the hydrogen generators with the overheat temperature. So that I don't have to run a cold water line here instead. Oh. Oh, it's not connected. I was wondering what's going on. There we go. I was wondering what was going on. I was like, huh, this is not running. Oh, and my oxygen stopped pumping because it's so little. Holy heck. It was at 800 grams per tile. So we consumed all the oxygen. Wow. We actually consumed all the oxygen, huh? Alright, so this goes in here. This is going to alternate because of how this is a fork. And I think it should be good. So all we're waiting for is the water to get pumped out. So we just got to use the water, get more oxygen, and then we'll be able to empty that out. Good stuff. Alright, so next thing I want to do is probably get more suits. Alright, let's just get this to be another suit checkpoint. Let's make another suit right here. We actually have one. Let's go. Okay, good stuff. So this is all spilled out. Let's mine this out, because we should. And then I could mine this out now, because we have the ladders. Which also means I should mine this out. So everything just falls to the ground, right? Mine that out, mine this out. And then we'll put a bottle empty here to pick up the naphtha, just to store in one location. This is not bad. Why is the water dancing with CO2? This right here might be a memory leak issue, because this should never happen. CO2 should never be able to forcefully push down on a liquid and do what this is doing. Unless the liquid is becoming steam, in which case it's not happening. It's a weird dance that shouldn't be happening, because that lags the game. Okay, so we need to mine this still, and probably want to mine that so we could keep mining this. We do need a way to line this up. So I could theoretically go for something like this, mine this out. Working on this, let's go. 1, 2, the water dripping down, it's fine. This area is still really hot. This is going to be one of the first areas I mine, I think. Because as you mine the hot debris, the heat gets cut in half. Which is going to be a good strat. So, spillage is fine. Just have it spill. And then we'll have to work our way up to here. Get that set up. Oh, look at that. That's done. Okay, so this is next. And then these digs by Rambo. You got this, Rambo. There we go. Mamba's back asleep. I think he did wake up from a bad dream, dude. Okay, this got mined out. Okay, so we'll leave this here. Put a ladder. Mine this out so that we can still make the jump. We want to mine this. And then from here, mine that. Mine this. Mine this. So we make a zigzag pattern. Down, 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 left, right. And then we work it backwards. And then from this side is just a normal dig pattern. Same thing over here from the bottom. Nothing special with that. Alright, this is just going to be open space that we're going to dig through right now. I should be doing that over here as well. But it hasn't been cold enough yet for us to bop the slime one. Oh, this is not running anymore because we pumped up all the water. We might want to open this up then. Gotta free up the Pakus. Just use up the Paku water. Wait a second. We want to relocate the Pakus then. I probably do want to do something with that. Okay, it's all pea water. None of the water actually spilled in, which is great for me. I don't have a good spot for that yet. There is a lot of oxygen here. I might as well just kill the morbs. Let's mine that out. Alright, so this no longer needs to be there. Actually, no. I am going to pump that up. There's a lot of water here as well. We're just using a lot of the off-gassing maneuvers to breathe in this area. It's not going to last, so I'm thinking about doing something about it. It should be fine. It should be fine. Let that spread out a little bit. Mine these guys. Attack the morbs. They gotta go. The morbs have gotta go. Get these digs. Get the builds. This is probably openable, to be honest. Allow the energy to kind of dissipate. I want to move the liquids out first. And then I don't have a good spot for the Dreckle farm. There's like just no space. I think I mean, even if I put it here, there's no space. The spawn's in the middle of everything. There's a teleporter right there. There's another room right here. Man. I probably have to just put it somewhere, though. Copper ore, I'll take that. No Frankie, man. I've been looking for a Frankie for so many different levels. So many different cycles have passed. Still no Frankie. Feels bad. Draco Farm location. I don't have demolition to remove these buildings. Technically, it could fit right here, though. That's not bad. We would have to remove the composts. But I do want to keep it until we go through the pea dirt. Should we compost here instead? Maybe that's the play. Start composting in this area. -2, -3. It's about the same. And then, yeah, the top and bottom is not as bad anymore. So we can actually dig through this if we want to. I guess we should. But because of the ice melting, I probably want to do some shenanigans with that. I don't want to pump that in, right? And I want the compost near the top. Okay. So I think what we'll do is we'll put a tile here. And then we'll mop this up. That's 1,000 kilograms. Okay. Nope, too much liquid. Maybe we don't do that then. Because I wanted to build the compost here so that we could warm up the area. This is also ice cold. Put it right here. That could work. It's going to heat it up though. But then we have to just put a bathroom there and it's not bad. Bathroom, a sink. Decisions. I have to get rid of the compost though, right? Okay, so let's do this. Let's mine this out. Let's mine that out. Let's put the compost here. And then we'll put a wash basin to wash our hands. That way the food poisoning doesn't get on us. Oh, muckroot. Sweet. A medicine wash basin. That goes here, pointing to the left. And then we're going to move that. Hopefully this melts sooner than later. I guess it'll help if we mine this out. Have all the warm liquid spill on the ice. Move the compost. That does mean the dirt's going to be a little bit warmer, though, as a result. That's really the downside. Alright, let's get ready for it, but not move it yet. The pea dirt's alright. Okay, so... Still doing out the dig command. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We could mine both of those. Mine that from the top. This is mineable. We could mine that. And then we move everything one by one. This side's going to be an easy set. There we go. Was that spilling in? Why does the naphtha fluctuate? That's so weird. It's not even moving. But it goes down to 700 up to 1,000. That's really weird. What's going on, Animals? Let me know if you have any questions, man. Hope you're doing well, and I see you over there. So I wanted to move the naphtha, so that needs that to be there. I think I do the strat. I think it makes a lot of sense. Yeah, it does. So I think the strat's gonna be that we put mesh tiles here. Doing good. Good to hear, good to hear. Alright, let's mine this down. I want to keep this here for the ladder. And then we have to dig down a layer. That doesn't allow this to spill out. Yeah. So let's seal this up so no more water comes in. And then we start mining this up or something. Then we got to move the fish, and then we should be safe. Alright, we go for that one next. These, and then I want to mine these two, and then these three, so that if I get stuck, I'm fine, and then we mine this later. Oh, I can't make that anymore. Oh, I mined out the wrong tile. What a grand travesty. Alright, got a ladder up then. Feels bad. More naphtha. We gotta have this spill out as well from this side. This is sandstone walls and not glass. Still means I don't get a ladder, right? Oh, I could build ladder on top of this wall, but I can't build it on top of this wall? That's so weird. Oh, no, I can't. Oh, it's just tiles. Okay. Because I built tiles on top of the tiles. That was really weird. Glass, though. It's free glass. Can't complain. Free glass, free glass. And then we got to deconstruct this so that we get a proper spill. Alright, let's get a suit delivered. Get an extra dupe. Get the extra labor. Otherwise, we want them in here. Tile is done. A little bit of water has spilled. So now I want to do this. And then the thing is, I want to mop up only the crude oil if possible. From this pocket. And then otherwise, I want the water in here. And then we build mesh tiles and compost in here. Marl? I thought that was Rambo. Food has decayed, meal lice, that's fine. Alright. Is there other research I could go for? Might as well. Statues, paintings. Exorg. I don't have rads. This could be useful. Wall bathrooms? Probably. Robo miners I probably won't need. I probably will need these two though. Alright, now I don't have to worry about the water melting and spilling out. We have a plug on that. Gotta dig this out for the water to spill in. Mop up the oil. And then I don't have to worry about water spilling out here. Okay, these guys are working. Gotta get the bottle emptier pitcher pump. Now I could mine this. Hopefully he doesn't stand on top to mine that. That'd be pretty bad. We know how the dupes are. I gotta watch the dupes. A high-level player like you on this map is a great way to show that what the game has to offer. Really? See, the thing is that this map shows a lot of things that isn't in the game. Like, you're never gonna get CO2 bubbles like this. You know? You're never gonna get this much naphtha because the game is memeing on you. It is a good way to see the things you have at your fingertips, though. I will agree with that. But there's a lot of situations in here that are, like, heavily fabricated. Like, you wouldn't see them normally. Alright, we can spill this out now. Let's go. Create space. And then... Yes, this is down. So I could mop that tile. Let's go. Yet. That's true. Yet. Alright, so I want to mop up these two. This water bubble is in a weird spot. And then hopefully we could just build mesh tiles on top of this. Get the compost here. Just a couple of them. I still want to melt out the ice on the left side. That's why. Dude, so much water. Thank you, Sludge Press, for doing the sludge press stops. Let's put this down to priority 5. This is pipe block, so we can't really even do the job. And how has this been working? Oh, they got this done. Let's go. Let's go. And then once we do that, we could start trimming this some more and sealing it up in the middle. And then after that's done, I probably want to seal this up because I don't want to use it yet. Because I don't want this generating more heat. That's going to be another thing we're probably going to want to mess with. So go down this way, and then we'll run across here. Mine this out. 8 kilograms of oxygen. There's a pip right here. But he's chilling. He's chilling. We don't have to save him. He's chilling. He's just hanging out. Then this side, we need this. Go for that. Yeah, the steam's gonna cool down soon. We're cutting off the heat source. And there's an opening here, but this doesn't look hot, so we should be okay. Oh, nuclear waste bomb? Oh, crap, dude. Damn! 2,000 rats? 4,000 rats? Jeez, dude. Dude, that's a lot of nuclear waste. My god. 14 tons, 28 tons. Good source for research. It is. The thing is that I won't be able to build a generator inside the tile spot. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would have to mine out the tiles, and then the pressure would break the other tiles. I can't get close enough to harvest it. I would have to relocate all of it into an infinite tile, and then use that as a radiation source. That's probably what I'll do. I'll make an infinite spill design, move all the nuclear waste to the same area, and use that as the radiation source. Call it the Allspark. Try to build some transformers around it. Put some dead rovers, some sweepies running around. Build it, you know, in a cube. Only way to do it. Yeah, it's nice. It's nice. Nuclear waste is also a very good liquid because of the stats, right? It's second to only supercoolant, 7.44. Better than water. Better than any other liquid. How are you storing that saltwater indefinitely in that small area? This is called the infinite storage setup. So you can see that we have 9 tons of saltwater per tile. We're probably never going to run out. And we produce it, and it spills in immediately. So that's the design we're doing. We're also doing that for the polluted water as well. So we're at 14 tons per tile here. I'm running the meta refinery and looping the water, though. I'm getting the water from the geyser, dripping it back in so it cools back down, and then I reuse it. Gotta have the strats. But for the most part, it is a design. Dope Scope, have you never seen that design before? Because if you haven't, we could talk about the design if you need some help. Now, of course, we are utilizing what's known as an exploit. The exploit being that we're setting up the game to utilize specific mechanics. So if you are not a fan of exploits, think it's a little bit too strong, think it's a little bit cheaty, maybe that's not for you. But if you're okay with not having, you know, or if you're okay with having exploits being used in order for that to be achieved, we could teach you how to do it. But let me know what you think. Let me know what you think. I know some people just want to play completely safe. I watched a bunch of your YouTube guides, and I thought you needed a second liquid on events. I thought was all one, right? So there's 4 different designs for infinite liquid storage by itself. And it depends on which video you saw. I don't know if you saw all of them, but I have 4 different videos that talk about the different ways you can make infinite liquid pressure. So I'm not sure which design you're looking at. If you could kind of describe it, I could talk about that specific design. But otherwise, there's different methods of doing it. There's basically 4 different things in the game that helps you achieve it because of how the game works with the interactions of liquids and gases. But yeah, we could talk about it though. Just let me know. That was all one, right? I watched a bunch of yours and I thought you needed a second liquid on event. Ah, that's the oil one. You're probably talking about the design that looks like this. You have events on the ground. And then you have airflow like this. And then it spills over. Like that. And then this is where you pump. There's a design like this. And then this tile has oil. Because oil is the heaviest liquid in the game. So it allows you to pump up other liquids. And it pushes the other liquids upwards. Since the oil is going to be less value than the liquid vents, to stop it from overpressuring, it allows you to store the liquid indefinitely. So that design is pretty good. The only problem is you need to have oil. It is an alternative method, though. I wouldn't say that's a main method. I would say this method right here is the best design. Because this is powerless. I don't need to pump in liquid. And you could spill it in via bottle emptiers. Right? I could put bottle emptiers up here and drip out pea water and it stores itself. And then I have to pump the water out, of course. But this one is a better design, I think, because of the application. But yeah, this is a different design than what you saw. I do have a video that goes through this. This is called the infinite spill storage. Infinite liquid spill storage. But if not, if you don't want to check it out, I can tell you here. Just let me know if you do want to learn it or not. Because I don't want to be like, oh yeah, this is all you got to do to, you know, get rich. And then you're like, oh no, I didn't want to know the strats. I've been corrupted, boys, by the exploits. And I only could apologize at that point. So let me know if you do want to learn. Hey, babies. My kitty cat, he wants some attention. I think he had a bad dream and he wants a hug. I got you, babies. Oh, this is done? Let's go. Build this tile. Let's go with these two. Yeah, let's just go with this. And then we build an insulate tile here. And then once we seal this up, the heat's going to be separated. So this is really hot. And then we're going to cool down the top area. Oh, this is active. I was hoping this wasn't go active yet. I was hoping this wasn't going to go active yet. That's unfortunate. Okay. Theoretically, I want to seal this up. But I need to go into here. The door is openable, so it's fine. Gotta go like this. Let's have this on a priority 6. I hear you, babies. You okay? I hear you, Mamba. My kitty cat's is trying to get my attention right now. He's awake. I hear you, Mamba. It's all good. It's all good. The naphtha is spilling. Good stuff. This is going to be naphtha auto bottle, so we pull it from the bottom. And then we'll try to mop up as much of it as we can to relocate it as well. So this gets mopped up. Not for that, though. Just mop at the top layer. Hopefully more of this spills out to the left. And then I could just... Oh, this was the bomb. Yeah. So I could mine this out and then mop it up. Alright. Operation seal up the cool steam vents. Gotta go this side, so we go around. One, two. Let's not do that one yet. Let's mine this, mine that. And then let's deconstruct this tile. And then I want to do this tile. That's fine. And then we build this. Alright, so we want to keep this open so that we could spill more water in so that it doesn't actually produce anything. I know that if the gas levels are jank... No, this is actually enough gas. I don't have to do anything weird. So, second reason is so that I could sweep up the items and it doesn't get locked in here forever. That's one of the things I hate. When you seal up a geyser, you leave some resources inside and then you can never take it out again. Worst feeling in the game. So we're just going to try to move as much of the resources out as we can that's stuck inside. So this is max pressure, so it's not going to be producing anything. We might get the animation every so often, but there's too much gas. And then if we get more water and it starts filling up, it's just going to flood itself. Alright, got to go for that one, and then we got to go for this one that we could build diagonally. This one as well. And then we'll be good. Ah, so good. This is almost sealed up. I probably want to do this so that we get the ladder and then we make the jump. Yeah, this is hot. Grab the waste instead of using Wheeze words. Oh, look at that! See, became a royal bug. Royal... No, they're downgrading. Oh, that sucks. So I started with the Azure bug. I mean, the Abyss bug. And then I went to Azure. So he's downgrading. And then now I'm at Royal. which is the purple one right here. Ah, man. They gave me the ultimate shine bug, and I'm not doing anything with it. It feels bad. I need to evolve them to the full form. I gotta get them to look all nice and shiny. Build that, sweep up the items, build out the tile. We gotta control the heat in the area best as we can. Maybe we want to mine this out right now, because we do have the capability to do so. The cold water, the warm water here would be sweet to spill up on the ground as well. There's this, oh, the Drecklet! Oh my god, they're both stuck. The father, like son. They, just like hanging out on this piece of sand. Feels bad for these guys, though. They're stuck there forever. Learned from the video, thanks for the info. Nice. No questions? If you have any questions, you can ask them. Just in case you didn't get certain parts. But if you got it, yo, man, good stuff, good stuff. Hope that helps you out in your playthroughs, man. Hope that helps you out in your playthroughs. Some more naphtha here. Let's mop this. Yeah. That's not going to get pumped. I should try to pump that. Sweep that. So we could do this. I could mine this entirely now. I could leave the lime there. And I'll be able to jump down still. Deliver the naphtha a little bit easier. You pump the liquid to cover bottom area first and leave room for two gases? Yes. So you basically do... yeah, so you do that. So you build the design, right? So you have the design right here. You fill it up with the water you want to store. So you have to occupy these 5 tiles. Once you do that, the gases can't move. Because if the gases move, the liquid busts out. So that's the one thing. Lock the door. Make sure that's solid. Make sure you don't mop this up. Because if you remove the liquid and the gases leave, everything will break out of the storage. It will literally push upwards and break your tiles. If you have enough pressure, that is. But yeah, that's it. And then you move the gases in with the gas vents. So if you put too much liquid, you're not going to be able to release the gas. So you want to put just enough to cover the 5 tiles first. And of course, you have to have the water here, right? Whatever liquid you're putting. Doesn't have to be water. Salt water, polluted water. Right? Because we're storing polluted water in the same design. Still works. And then we're doing it for naphtha too. 14 tons per tile. Alright, this is done. Sweet. Now it's the last tile. We'd seal that up. This is going to be done here. Just got to sweep a couple more tiles, boys. And then we could seal this up. Oh, that's sealed too. That's not good. I'll try to spill some water from the bottom into here. Or maybe we'll mop it up. Maybe we mop it up. Make a sweep-only water setup. Gotta mop that. Gotta sweep that. Gotta mop that. This is good. Alright, so this is the only drop of water. So I think I do this. And then I build out the mesh tiles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Perfect. 14 tons per tile. Those are rookie numbers. You gotta pump those numbers up. I see you, Mordax. Hey, man, one day we'll get to 69 tons per tile. That's the goal, baby. We gotta go to 69, and then we go to the moon, to 420. Clean up the base. Mop this, clean that. You gotta do it, man. Clean base is what you need. Clean base means high decor, right? Gotta have that clean base sometimes. Alright, that's going to be a cold area, which is going to be good for the composts. Can this melt already, man? This is a cold area, but we need this to warm up. We're also bopping a lot of the heat by mining it out. What's the highest specific heat capacity for liquid? It's supercooling. Yes, supercooling. Number 2 is nuclear waste. depending on if you are okay with a positive value or not. Because this could only go as low as 26. You can't go negative. And then after that, it's technically water. To go to, I mean, polluted water to go to like negative 20. But usually can't do much after that, so it's ethanol. If you're doing the negative temperatures. But supercoolant's number one because it has big range, best stats. Nuclear waste if it's something warm that you want to do heat transfer with. And then below that 26 is water. Below negative 20 is probably ethanol. Oil and petroleum are usable, but ethanol is better stats. So theoretically, ethanol is better than both of those. Except if you're trying to do hot stuff, which is different, right? In which case, nuclear waste is going to be better. Dude, look at that. 52 kilograms of CO2. Oh, I could delete it. 72 kilograms right here of CO2. 100 kilograms of CO2. Oh my god. Thank you, game, for trying to hook me up with some easy gas deletion strats. I can't delete this because they're swapping too much, but when they're vertical like that, you could delete the gas by building a tile on it. So that's going to be the strat. We're going to do that. Delete the gas. We'll check that out in a little bit. This is still doing its thing. I need to cap this up. This needs to be done as well. We'll start mopping up the water so we could drop it off here. Delete the gas. So if I want cobalt, cool a cobalt volcano to minus 40, or the positive 40, nuclear waste is the way to go. Pre-supercoolant? Yeah, easily. Easily. So to give you an idea, the specific heat capacity of nuclear waste is 744. Supercoolant is 844. And then water is 4.1. So supercoolant is closer to nuclear waste than it is to... I'm getting the Paku, man. Can't say no. I might lag, though, because I have a big fish tank. Oh, that's where all my algae is. Holy crap. No, dude. No. Oh, I forgot to take care of the algae. Algae, I need you. Organic algae. Oh my god. Oh, it is all over there. Okay. The Paku are gonna flop towards the water immediately. Dude. I need this and I need that. Immediately, please. Not fast enough, man. It's done. No, it's downtime. They're gonna flop. No. They're gonna eat the algae, dude. Oh man. All of my algae, dude. Not like this. Not like this. Oh man. My numbers are just plummeting. So Paku, they eat 160 kilograms of algae per cycle. So having those 8 Paku immediately drop means I lose 1 ton of algae per cycle. Oh, that's so bad. That's so bad. Alright, we're gonna sweep up as much as we can, dude. We need to move the algae, but they're in downtime right now. Dude, the most horrible timing. I shouldn't have gotten the Pakus. I should have waited. I messed up. That was on me. I could have saved us, man. I could have saved us. And I chose not to. Yeah, the Pakus, they eat the most algae out of any food in their diet because it's algae. They love algae. Thanks for the info. Have a good night, you too, man. Hope you have a good one, Rel Edge. We'll see you next time. And dude, have a great night. Have also a great weekend, because it is Friday today. Dude, huge rip, man. Just save the algae, please. The Paku are just gonna keep eating too. That's the worst part. Why couldn't they be born as babies? They're adults at cycle 0. Babies at least have a baby modifier that makes them have reduced metabolism, so they wouldn't consume as much algae. And I would have actually been still at 17 tons. Big L, boys. Big L. Be like that sometimes. Alright, that's sealed up. That's gonna seal up. We're pulling out the items from here, and then we'll drip in some more water. Very unfortunate times. Got the sweep here. Oh, we don't have the sweep actually modified. That's fine. So we could do this and do that and climb in from the bottom. And then we mine this from here. Hopefully no one gets stuck. This is all tier 1 digging too, so it should be fine. Most of it is. Some of the central stuff isn't. Alright, so that's good. Let's move some of the composts. 1, 2, 3. Have one in the back. After we do that, so we can remove some of these. Alright, water's at 10 degrees. That's pretty clean. Can't complain about that. I need to do a resweep just in case a dupe is moving it and they gave up mid-schedule. Down to 15.9. Dude, these Pakus, man, they can't stop eating. They can't stop eating, man. These Pakus. So that rocket I found, an asteroid with fullerene, mined a batch, gave me 1.2 kilograms of that stuff. I feel like that'd have a ton of super coolant. Is that normal? That was one batch of the rocket run. I was watching those numbers. Yeah. So that's what I said. If you go and you get lucky and you have the gilded asteroid, you get a lot. You get so much that you don't need to really make normal trips. However, the funny thing is that if you actually get graphite, you have to make multiple trips because graphite processing takes a lot longer. So that is normal. That is normal. You would normally get a ton of fullerene by going to the point of interest. But because it's not guaranteed, you got lucky. You got lucky. You got the point of interest. Everybody wants that if they're playing the game. But you're not guaranteed it. So you got lucky because that saves you a lot of time. As you've experienced, you get so much fullerene, you just make one trip. And then you have enough super coolant for a lot of your designs already. How do you pick up just algae? So I have a mod called Sweep by Type. This is the mod I use. So you know the storage bins that has this menu? I get that menu for sweeping. So that's the mod I use. That I think should be base game. Because you know how this is a sweep item? And it sweeps everything. I've always thought that was pretty low IQ. I feel like you should have a sweep specific item button. So I downloaded the mod that gives it to you. That's so cool. Yeah, it's really great, especially when you're trying to look through your printing pod. Oh, dude, I remember like 10 cycles ago, I got some curative tablets. It's medicine. I want to sweep that, but I can't click on the sweep button. You know? Something like that. Doesn't have to be specific to that item. But you get so many items from the printing pod sometimes. Cycle like a couple hundreds later. It just stacks up. And you can't find it. So it's really good. Like if you're looking to sweep a specific critter, you could just look up the critter egg. Okay, I want to sweep all Paku eggs. And you just sweep the whole map, right? I need that mod now. It's great. I recommend it. Sweep by Type. It's going to be the name of the mod you guys are looking for. Alright, so this is cleared up. Good stuff. I should actually mop this up as well and get the naphtha in. Composter inside. Compost priority should be at a 7. And then let's remove 4 of them from the side. And they're going to move upwards. We have the cold dirt too, which is pretty sweet. Speed this up. Alright, so we just have a little bit of sedimentary rock and then we're good. This is going to be sweep only water. And then we're going to start mopping up the water here. Because we already reduced the amount of heat here, it's already cooled down a lot. This is the only spot that's actually above 100. So all the water that's right here is going to be free for me to mop up. So we're going to have to pitcher pump this probably. I would probably do something like this. And then let's build a insulated tile here. And then we build a bitter pump right here. I'll probably go through this way as well. And have that ladder up. And then I'll be able to pump up the water. Actually, I could just pitcher pump it from here. That's probably good. Mine out those two tiles. And then we'll just pitcher pump the water in. Actually, no. We'll just seal it up. There's enough CO2 inside that it should be fine. We'll start sealing this up. And maybe the mopped up water will move inside or something. Probably not. It's gonna be way too much water we need. Alright, seal this up. This is gonna cool down. I might want to let the water spill. And then I might want to just mine out this area right here. Save the Draco. Alright, so simple setup here. Mining out the zone. The CO2 could be released. We're going to be safe. Not too worried, not too worried. Technically, I do need a ladder here. It does help out. And then we go through this way. That's hot, but it's not too bad. Okay. I have an idea that could be kind of bad. I am transporting the naphtha, though. I guess we could do that later. I do need the pitcher pump. Because if I don't have this, I can't go across here. That's kind of funny. Still grabbing the naphtha, nothing else. Dude, this guy's dancing. He's alright, he's alright. Alright, so let's remove this. Let's just build a normal ladderway, and then we're gonna let the liquids here spill out. And the idea is we want to melt the ice. So we're gonna mine through the abyssalite so that the liquids spill. I'll probably want to mine this out soon too. Good, good. Salt water here we could let drop if we really want to. Oh, everything fell down. I didn't even realize that. Alright, we gotta mine that out. From here, we mine this. This is all solid, so we should be fine. It's looking great. 200 kilograms per tile. That's really healthy. Water's coming in. Still going through the water from the sludge press. Still have polluted dirt and mud still to go through. Gonna get to 100 tons of dirt. This is really good right now. We're in control. I can't see anything that can go wrong. But while I say that, yo man, famous last words, you know? Everything looks great. I can't see anything failing. Immediately lose. You know what I'm saying, man? Immediately lose. After saying that. Mine that out. Go for this. Oops. What could possibly go wrong? I know, right? Famous last words. The CO2 got deleted. Good strats. Let's remove that again. This is jank because of how the tiles are, though. So let's move the tile inside. Let's actually do the inside first. I uncovered a different asteroid by standing at the sides of my asteroid. You did that? You stood on the neutronium edge and you uncovered another planet? I would report that bug. I would report that bug. That's not how that's supposed to work, man. Just saying. I see you over there, though, Leofar. I see you over there. Oh, you can make pyrite into iron? Oh, I thought it was just a metal ore. Okay, if pyrite becomes iron, it's actually kind of convenient because I don't have that much iron on the map. So that means all the fake gold right here becomes iron for me. That's pretty nice. That's pretty nice. I revealed the lower left corner of the asteroid. Oh, I see you. Yeah, there's only 2 tiles separating it. Yeah, when they did that, man, to reduce lag, I thought it was a smart move until you could start interacting with the neighboring planets. Can you still see it in star map? You should be able to. The moment you uncover it, you should be able to see it. It's kind of like teleporting, where you discover the planetoid in the star map the moment you go into the teleporter. It should. I'm not 100% sure, though. Yeah, while still uncovered tiles in between. Yeah. So you get the circle with the uncovered tiles, right? Yeah. Classic stuff. Alright, so we get to mine this out. That's good. Let's start trimming this. Trim it backwards. Keep the granite wall. And then we'll have all the water spill out. Should be safe. We don't need to have the water here, but this is just acting as a heat buffer for the right side. I probably need the water here, though, more than anywhere else. Pyrite is iron plus sulfur. Wait, do I get any sulfur as a result? That'd be pretty cool. Sulfur is good. Oh, I don't have grubfruit plants. Never mind. Maybe I don't need sulfur. Without the grubfruit plants, it's kind of a waste. So far, so good. Okay, that's good. So we're here now. I need to mine out this. I might as well mine this out. This does not bother anyone. And then I think I want to go like this. And then it should spill out the crude oil, the phosphorus, and the naphtha that we have right here onto the ice. And hopefully speed up the melting process. That's what I want to do right now. Alright, we got a dupe coming out. Max Ada Nicola. Where's Frankie at, man? Shout out to Frankie. We actually have food down, right? Suit dig operating. That's not bad. Interior decorator is kind of worthless, though. And then we have a cook suit wearing supplier. This is actually not bad. I think I don't have a dupe that cooks yet, right? Yeah, I don't have any. Yeah. Let me look at this priorities, though. We do have someone with cooking skill. They might have been just making mush bars, though. Are you actually a cook? Oh, you is. Ranch Deco Cook. Oh, this guy is the decorator. I might take Nicola. Ah, man. Because this is actually positive. This is kind of bad, but it's fine. This doesn't do anything. This doesn't do anything. This is pretty good. This kind of sucks. And then this is kind of bad, so it cancels out. This one is the opposite of that. This is a better one than both of these. Okay. We'll take Ada. We'll take Ada. Since we have a cook already. Pokey Shell jumping into the natural gas box. Man, that's illegal. What is he doing inside, man? Alright, getting this to mine. That's good. We could mine all this now from the bottom. Everything's gonna fall down. This is fine. We need to mine this next. Oh, stress is actually about to hit 0 for the first time. Guys, I think we've reached some form of stability. No one is stressed anymore. We have oxygen. And food is looking healthy, although it's not actually stabilized yet. We're looking pretty good. We're looking pretty good. The Baator map is getting conquered. Off to bed, have a good night, and a great weekend. You too, Mr. Mordax. Hope you have a good one. We'll see you next time, man. Rest well, rest easy. More naphtha, of course. Classic stuff. Just grabbing it from the bottles. And then we need to dig this out. Where's Rambo at, man? Susumu, Rambo with the bow cut. There he is. He's coming down this way. Hey, he's mining the Abyssal Light. Let's go, let's go. For shovels, to get them above the max 20 critter in a room, what's the strat? A one-way door for them to go in the room but not escape and just starvation ranch them. I have set the cap at around 20. The strat for that is usually dropping the eggs. Oh, wow, this melted the ice immediately. Wow, this melted the ice immediately. The phosphorus is melting. But for the most part, just moving the eggs. Moving in the eggs is probably the strat you're looking for. Because when you move in the eggs, you get to go above the cap. Eggs count as critters in that room. Oh. You could still move eggs in, though, because you're not limited by your eggs when you have a dispenser, if that makes sense. So your critter drop-off can't get past 20 by moving more shovels in, so you move it in as egg form in a dispenser, so that you could still groom all of them, if that makes sense. Normally, though, I wouldn't recommend having more than, I think it's 16 shovels per shovel box. So the shovel box I talk about is the 4x4, where the bottom and top is obsidian, and then you have a setup like this. I don't recommend more than 16 shovels per ranch room, as there's a chance that one of them doesn't get brushed. And then when they don't get brushed, there's a chance they don't give you an egg. And then you lose 16,000 kcals in the cycle. So I recommend keeping it around 16 active critters. If one of them is starving and another one just hatched, that's fine. But normally you want to get it to 16 so that your one rancher is able to handle all of them. And then you want to do that so that you could have 2 ranchers brushing at the same time. Right? So you want to get a neighboring one probably in the same setup. But when you're using the critter drop-off, this shouldn't actually count eggs. No, this should only count critters. That one should only count critters, not the eggs. Only the critter sensor has the ability to count the eggs, I think. Yeah, you're right, you're right. Yeah. So hopefully that helps, Okay, we melted this. This is good. All right, let's deconstruct this. I think it's time to start moving out the area so we can dig it out. Got a wart seed, that's pretty good. Okay, so this is gonna melt. Yeah, this is gonna melt. This is pretty good. Let's mine out right here so that we can get this spilling out as well. I can also spill out the naphtha that's still a little bit warm. But we're trying to melt out as much as we can. Gotta get it to 2 degrees. And then we'll clear out the area. And once we do that, I want to mine this tile so the water spills into here. Doesn't seem to help me get to above 20 though. So far I have a big room with 20 in it, an incubator to speed up the hatch rate. Doesn't seem to help me get to above 20 though. So if you do want to get above 20, you have to do this. You have to put a dispenser, sweep only, and then you pick the eggs you want to sweep into the room, and it should sweep into that specific room. Pick in Discord. Do you have a weird design or something? Research queue. Appreciate you, Cthulhu. I see you with that. No pick. Let me know. But yeah, for the most part, that should be what you need to do. Try it out. That's all I would say. Hey, all hack, converting a prime to a tier 1. Thank you so much. I see you over there, all hack. How are you doing today? How is the Friday? So hope you're doing well. And thank you so much for the tier 1. Appreciate the support. Welcome back to the city. Hope you enjoy your stay. Mama's back to napping because he's mad. He's mad that I'm not giving him any attention. Right now, though, we're on the Baator map, and we're doing pretty good, all hack. How are you, though? How's the days been treating you so far? Been great. Got off a bit early today. Nice, nice. Good stuff, good stuff. Always good to hear when you get to leave early. It's always a great time. Right now, we're just melting some ice any way we can. And, of course, trying to conquer the Baator map. Right now, we're getting the warm area and a cold area to kind of merge, and we're digging out the area so we have more space. We're doing a little bit of temperature control. lining up the insulated tiles right there to stop the heat from coming in. And then once we take care of our immediate areas, we're going to be trying to attack up Draco's plastic steam turbines, radiation. And once we do that, we'll probably go back into the hot areas so that we could restabilize again. But yes, the Baator map has a lot of hot zones, a lot of steam everywhere that we're going to want to try to utilize. But that's what we're up to right now. And then still trying to melt the ice. Oh, this is not cold enough. I mean, this is not warm enough anymore. It feels bad. Can I even... I can reach that. Nice. Hopefully we could still leave. The snow's gonna melt. Nice, nice. Let's go with these two. Can I mine that? Nice. Can I mine this one? Nice. I want to mine these two. Not that one. I want to mine this one, though. And then I want you to jump here to mine that. Classic. Now we mine all of this. Ramble's a stud, dude. Let's go. All the minerals got mined out. Everything left is a meltable ice tile. So we mined out these two. And now the temperature exchange is going to happen. I could still make the jump, so it should be fine. Then we mine this out, get the deconstruct here. I might want to let the water fall. There's a lot of CO2 here, though, that I probably should try to take care of. But it's hot, so I might just want to crush this or something. Hot CO2 is not the business. And then we might want to save the Draco. Either way, gotta mine out the tile zone so that we could get our Draco farm up to snuff. And I think it's gonna be right here. I'm probably gonna have to connect it to the spawn. Feels bad. I want to move it lower, though, if possible. So that we could run on top of it through the area. Probably don't want to deodorize this. Just waste sand. Just let that chill. The water here is cold. Maybe we do spill it out so that it chills out the area immediately. Still somehow have steam, dude. That's so hot. Let's go Rambo. Nice. And then from here, we want to mine these two. Oh, of course. I don't want you to mine the ice, though. Of course he jumps the wrong way. Can I deconstruct this? Oh, the ice melted? Good stuff. Oh, that means I fall down. Let's go. Let's drop that down. Let's drop these two. Oh, I'm stuck, though. Actually full-on stuck. Well, at least he's in a suit, so it's not too bad. Alright, so this is metal here. I want to mine as much as I can, since we have good control over Ramble right now due to the fact that he's kind of stuck. This is pretty good for me. Just mine everything, let the water flow. He'll be safe. We go out this way. Just gotta mine everything out first. And then let's mine this. Alright, now from here, 1, 2, 3. I could do this. Oh, he can't go. I have to go like that. Yeah, there we go. Make the jump. Hey, okay, so now from here we just go straight out. Let the water spill. Actually, let's drop it on the ground here. So let's mine the lead. Nice. Okay, let the water spill. Let him do its thing. He's chilling, he's chilling. Chilling like a villain, making sure that we're trimming out all the stuff. Making sure we have a good time. There we go. Now we're safe. Ah, nice. Playing on an asteroid with 4 CO2 geysers, thinking about restarting. Oh, that's so bad. That's so bad. CO2 is like one of the worst resources. Is that a neurovacillator? It is. It is a neurovacillator. We can give it to someone. I haven't wanted to use it yet, though. Could be something we give to someone, though. Alright. Leak out all the water so that the cold energy from the water starts spreading out in the area. That's going to be the easiest way to heat up or cool down an area. Water. Chill the water. Introduce it to a new biome. And it should drown everything out. It's a weird strat, but it works. Okay, so finally seal that. We could deconstruct this. We don't need that sweep only anymore. Let's mine this out. Okay. So this area needs to cool down somehow. We gotta do something for that. Maybe we want to do this for now, though. Start trimming this out so that all the water comes down. Keep the geyser by itself. CO2 doesn't get held here anymore. The CO2 might go up insane right here, though. 21 kilograms. I could just delete that. Good stuff, good stuff. Let's bop the CO2. Hopefully we get lucky. Alright, we want to deconstruct the ladders. Let's mine out the tiles when we can. This posted on Discord and tagged. Nice. Wait a second. So you're trying to get more shovels in there? You're just trying to get more than 20? Is that all you're trying to do? Yeah, the thing with the dispenser and the egg should be good. Unless you're sweeping the eggs out. The idea I had with sweeping the eggs with the dispenser strat should help you get above 20. Oh, you're breeding shovels? Oh, you messed up. Dude, you're never supposed to breed more than 1 shovel at a time. If you're feeding them, you're never supposed to breed more than 1. Because they go through so much food. You will never be able to keep them fed. Never. Have you seen this? They go through 4.8 tons of dirt per cycle. 4.8. You know how much dirt I have? I have enough dirt to feed a shovel for 20 cycles. Regolith. Yeah, you could do this. You could do regolith, you could do dirt, you could do iron, whatever, right? But they go through so much, dude. You're gonna basically run out. Now, the second thing is the regolith you're feeding is... What's the temperature of your regolith? What's the temperature of your regolith? Because the thing is that... Okay, it's cold. Okay, that's good. That's good. They do spit out half, so calculate for half of that. That's true. They do spit out half. But the thing is that after they spit it out, you have to dig it out. So you only get 25%. Because you have to dig with a robo-miner. So it's not half, it's 25%. So it's 3 tons instead of 4. I mean, 3 point something. I mean, instead of 4.8, it's 3.6, I think. Maybe? Maybe. Minus 84. Okay, cool. I was going to say, regolith is normally hot. And normally what's going to happen is that they will become the delectable, which is the bad version. You get less meat for them. That's why. Okay, so if it's cold, it's fine. But yeah, dude, good luck. Feeding more than... So you probably need 3 critter feeders for every 2 shovels. I'm not even kidding you. Because otherwise your duplicates are just constantly doing a job to fill up the critter feeder. Because 1 meal for a shovel takes 2 critter feeders to fully feed them, I think. I might be wrong. Isn't it 2 tons on a critter feeder? Right? You look at the critter feeder storage, the limit. That's why you never breed more than 1. Because it's insane the amount of jobs you're doing. Now, if you have a conveyor rail system to drop off regolith in another room and then sweep to the critter feeder, or just let them eat off of the ground, it's fine. But, dude, it's such a pain, dude. It's such pain. There's so many downsides with breeding shovels. So, you probably want to move all of them out and just breed the 1 shovel. Because that's what I do. I breed 1 shovel at a time and I have separate breeding rooms. And I never breed more than 1 because I never have enough resources to keep them fed. It's so expensive. They're the best source of food though. I will say that. Yes, they're great. They're amazing. But man, are they insane to breed. Okay, so we mined out the raw minerals. Let's mine this out. This could go down. So we probably just want to get a proper ladder well here. Just like that, so that we could just mine everything else out. How do you feel about using P water for OZ? Is that Ozark in something else? Or is that O2? Take eggs and just dump them into the room 16 at a time. Yep, you could do that for the starvation ranch. That's fine as long as you have a filter. If you filter it out properly and you don't breathe in the polluted oxygen, you don't get the yucky lungs debuff. Do I have anyone with that? It's probably in here that would have one, right? So yucky lungs happens when you breathe in polluted oxygen. Right here. And it makes you consume more air. Right? So because of that, you want to make sure they never breathe in the polluted oxygen. If you want to be efficient. Because if you breathe in polluted oxygen, you consume more oxygen. So it makes it kind of bad in that regard. Alright, let's start doing the Dreckle Ranch. I want to line it up to here. We could do it to here though, but I think this is going to be the play. And then I won't have the space. I want to have the space though. For the duplicates to run through. That'd be ideal. I skim my carbon for O2. So you skim carbon dioxide, you get polluted oxygen, and then you have that become breathable pollute. So you use that as your oxygen loop. I believe you're better off with an electrolyzer. Because I believe you're getting less oxygen than electrolyzer produces. Because if you deodorize, you put in 100 grams of oxygen, polluted oxygen, to only get 90, right? And then I don't think polluted water off gases 1-to-1. I might be wrong. Someone correct me if I'm wrong, please. But I believe polluted water doesn't off gas 1-to-1. Meaning that when you leave it on the ground and it becomes oxygen, polluted oxygen, it's not actually 100 grams, it becomes 100 grams. So in that regard, right, it's worse than an electrolyzer. So I wouldn't recommend it because you don't even get power, right? You literally have to spend power to do everything, deodorize, to carbon skim. You have to have carbon dioxide, and you're still using water, right? So it's not a good option. I wouldn't say so. Now, if you're using the sublimation station and pea dirt instead, that's a little bit different. It's still not a great trade-off, right? 100 grams of polluted dirt to get 660 of oxygen. But yeah, the trade-off of that is usually not that great. Okay, so Napta's chilling. we're going to be building the Dreco Ranch design. So, of course, liquid lock. Of course, we're going to have the setup there. And then we're going to do the double tile setup. So that normally means farm tile. We use clay for this. We're going to need the 2-tile trap. So it's going to be like this. And then I'm going to need a tile here. So we get the 2-tile trap design that I want to do. Yeah. And then from here, we have that, and it becomes 1, 2, 3, 4. And then from here, this is a door setup. From here, we do this. 2, 2. Because we have the shearing station in the middle. And then that's the whole room. Ah, feels bad. Can't find out how much converts, just 20 kilograms of O2 in a cycle. Oh, feels bad. Yeah, I don't know the rate of that. I'm not actually sure. But yeah, I would still use the electrolyzer over doing something like that. Electrolyzer is more stable, more streamlinable. I look at that as the upside because I think it's pretty beneficial. So I probably need this. And then we just gotta mine out some of the stuff from here, let this spill out, let the ice melt. Should be good. And then that's gonna be a Dreco box that we'll put right there. Maybe we could do some ranches right here, maybe. Using 2 turbines into 1 kilogram per second pipe heatsink is pretty efficient at cooling metals from volcanoes. Oh, you're looking into the water exploit. That's like part 1 of the full design, but it's like, yeah, that works. You know what's also funny with that, banana dude? You could feed that water in to a oil well. And you know what that does? That makes your oil well turn into a petroleum well. There's a lot of jank combos for that, banana dude. You're barely getting into the world of the 10% strat. Yep. So that's one of the methods. You steam turbine to get the water, and then that feeds into the oil well, so that you get petroleum instead of oil when it boils. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. But yeah, 10% strat, man. It's pretty busted. It's really OP for no reason. Really strong, man. One of those things, man. You always wonder, why is this so strong, dude? What's going on here? Huh? WTF? What's wrong, Mr. Lumbo? What happened, man? What are you talking about? You don't need to know, man. We're talking about exploits. You don't need to know about the exploits we're talking about, man. It's cool. It's cool. You don't need to know, man. Too many people be exploiting all day, every day. You have to be careful that the 2 packets don't combine during the release gas. That, and you need to make sure you know how to make a 10% loop that doesn't allow extra water in. That's the hard part. A lot of people don't know how to do that. Because the moment you add a second bubble and it merges in, or the oil well needs to be released and it can't loop, you literally have that immediately break in that immediate second. It's pretty crazy. Like during the release gas. Yeah, the release gas part's the tough part. You don't want part of this stuff, Rick Bobby? Yo, man. See what with the Cthulhu. Morb food, the whole 10 yards. Morbs for food, I mean. Morbs for food. That's potentially a thing, yeah. Morbs into puffs. And then puffs for food. I'm just not a fan of that chain, though. I will say that. Not a fan of that chains, man. Oh, you do it for slicksters. Oh, with the CO2, I see. I guess that works. You wouldn't want a carbon skim then at that point. So yeah, you can't, because the moment you do that, it breaks. That's a combination of both, actually. It's a weird combination of both. The moment you have the bubbles merge, because they will automatically merge, right? That's the problem. If the pipeline stops looping because something jams and the bubbles merge, the entire build breaks. And then you start getting water everywhere where your pipelines are. So although it's an interesting design, it's very susceptible to get you kind of ruined. Very fragile. Worse than glass. Worse than glass. That's the problem with that design. It's not only that, you have to remember to turn it off. And what I mean when I say that is, if you didn't know, if you're using the 10% strat in the game, and you save the game and you exit, and you have that 10% pipeline of overheated water inside, you get what's called load state. When you load into the game for the first time, the game does a state change or a state check for everything in the game. Meaning that if you're running the 10% strat, all those pipelines with the 10% liquid breaks immediately. Because they should be water, or they should be steam, right? So you have to be able to turn it off as well. It's so weird. It has to be an on-demand design. Because if you have autosave, if the game saves, not that it breaks right there, but the moment you exit the game and then next time you launch it, if there's already water in the pipes, those becomes steam, and then, you know, it becomes a problem, right? No, not the autosave, but you have to remember that you have to turn it off. That's all I'm saying. You have to remember to turn it off before actually exiting the game. Because the next time you load it up, if it's already running, it breaks upon loading the game and you won't be able to fix it. Because there's nothing you could do to load. Because anytime you load, it's broken. But yeah, you can disable it. But that also means you have to have a design that's disableable. Sometimes people have a design where the loop has to run like this, and there's nothing you could do to stop it. If you understand what I'm saying. Like, you could have it loop, but the moment it exits the loop via liquid vent line, it breaks the vent, it breaks the pipe. And so it's like, it's a really weird, like, how do you have to deal with this kind of a thing? It's kind of tough to say, to honestly get a design that works with that. But that's also part of the reason why you don't see a lot of people with petroleum boiler designs like that. Right? That's the reason why it's not as popular. It's so easily broken. It breaks so easily that it's just not popular. I will say though that it's a great design though. If you get it to work, it's awesome. But before that, oh man, it's a tough time. All right, and we got to remove the ladders. Oh no, don't deconstruct the map. Okay, autosave lag did not bot me. We do not have the deconstruct command on the entire map. Let's go. It's weird, yeah. I would say yeah, you have to research it, man. Dude, I've had that happen before. I lagged and I used pliers and I cut up everything in the base, including my oxygen pipes, and it was such a struggle to do the spaghetti stuff. Ultimate spaghetti life, man. Alright, we're gonna use a meme strat. The meme strat is we're gonna build a tile next to ice. The tile is defaulted to 40 degrees. So that should immediately melt this ice. And then we get water. And then this should melt as a result. I wonder if that works. We'll test it out right now. What are some of your favorites starting traits, interest for dupes? Normally, you're gonna want Twinkle Toes plus Quick Learner. That is arguably the most beneficial all-around trait. There's honestly nothing better than that combination. Now, if you want to go for specific synergy combos like Rat Eater Glow Stick, yeah, that's really strong. I don't have to talk about that because that's just strong, right? But the other stuff that I'm talking about, if you didn't know, the quick learner gives you something called science attribute, and science attribute increases skill learning, which means you level up your other attributes faster. That's one thing a lot of people don't know about, and that's actually why science is the best secondary skill in the game. Not skill, I'm sorry, attributes. They're the best attributes in the game to have as a secondary attribute. So what I mean by that is your primary interest are your primary attributes. So science, machinery, excavation for Joshua over here. A secondary one will be something they're not interested in, but benefits them. And that's actually going to be athletics, run faster, right? That's going to always help. And then science skill, because you get to level up your other attributes faster, whether it's machinery, wrangling with the husbandry stuff. So speeding up research speed increase the speed time to level up science. Yes, science compounds on itself like that. Yes. So a lot of the times your scientists are going to hit level 20 before anyone else in your colony. And what I mean by that is attributes are capped at 20. So that's normally why I recommend getting quick learner. That 30%, because that's 3 science right there, is going to help you out to get the higher level attributes. But outside of that, athletics, I don't have to explain why. Having the move speed is always a great time. Nails, Hassan, Joshua. These guys are not that great. Shabby dresser, gourmet. Oh, that's even worse. Interior decorator, dude, this guy's a bad dupe. Interests are pretty good though. Research, operating, digging. But the decreased food morale and decreased decor morale kind of sucks. And he's also a bad dresser. So we're just going to grab the Brian. But yeah, what I was talking about is the skill science. Skill leveling, that's what that means. So you level up your attributes faster. Now that does not have anything to do with these skills. This EXP table is separate from this attribute table. It's weird. But they're both separate experience tables and have nothing to do with each other. And they also calculate experience in very different ways. We're getting a little bit to the technical part of the game though, so I don't know how much interest you guys have in that. But yeah, that's how that works. it gets jank, man. It gets jank. All right, so we're gonna have to trim out the abyssalites. Drop down here. Trim out the outside layer. Ultra pro tips, yeah. Please keep explaining that system. So your skill-based system here, actual skills in the skill tree, are based off of work time, not actually how many jobs you get done. So what that means is that someone with a lower digging skill, someone with no interest in digging, will generate more skill point experience than someone with high digging attributes. Not so much interest though. So comparing someone with 0 attributes in digging, right? Because that increases your digging skill, the higher your digging skill is, right? Someone with 0 versus someone with 10. The guy with 0 digging skill generates more skill points, while the guy with higher digging skill generates more attribute points. Attribute points are tied to the jobs you actually complete. The actual amount of time on a flat scale of how much time you're running an errand ties to this skill tree. That literally means that researchers generate the most amount of skills out of everyone in the colony, assuming they're just sitting down and working. So this skill tree is tied to the amount of time you're working, which means that the job you're doing doesn't matter, right? And the reason why a person that has 10 excavation gets lower skill points than a dupe with 0 excavation is because travel time. It's really weird. If you have dupes lined up side by side in, let's say that this was all sandstone and this was all sandstone, and then you have a dupe here and a dupe here, you put doors to lock them, and you let them loose and you have digging commands there, and no one else could actually do it. This dupe will get to here, this dupe will get to here. But this dupe has spent more time digging and less time running. Whereas this guy digs fast, but he has to take a step forward every time he finishes in order to do the next task. This guy ends up with more skill point experience because of the amount of time he spent constantly digging. It's really weird, but that's how that works. So I actually tested this out long time ago when I was trying to speedrun the game. But I was trying to figure out how that affects it so that I could get the rocket piloting skill as fast as possible. Because back then, before the DLC, we would do meme runs, and the meme run of choice was rocket launch speed run. How fast can you build a steam rocket engine and then launch it into space? It doesn't matter where you go, you just have to build a rocket and launch, right? Base game only. So that means rush steel, right? Do all that stuff. And one of the things that stopped me from getting a score of 40 cycles was the fact that I had to wait to get piloting. If you don't know, base game piloting is not in the beginning. It is after the sciences. So you do the science strats, and then you get to piloting afterwards eventually. So I think it's 7 skill points, or was it 6? I forget how many, but you need to get that many skill points to get level 1 piloting. And without piloting, you can't drive a rocket and you can't launch it. So I was getting hit by that bottleneck, so I had to actually discover how the mechanic works. So that's how it works, and that's the reasoning why. So science is good for that regard, if that makes sense. Increase attribute gain so that each job you finish levels up your attributes because you get more experience for that. But that science skill does not affect skill trees, because skill trees is literally time based. How much time have you been working? It's really weird, but it's weird that they're so different and actually are not correlated at all. It's 2 separate XP systems. This is kind of a weird idea. If you didn't have to calculate attribute gain, would it make the game less laggy? Because I'm not going to lie, the attributes in this game, although it matters, Clay could make the game in a specific format where it doesn't. Like your dupes starting with certain attributes, and that's it. It doesn't level up. And then you get skills with the plus attributes. You could get food with the plus attributes. You get clothes with plus attributes. And then that could be how the dupes get better. I don't know. Not that I want that to happen, but it's like, I'm just trying to think of the different ways to reduce lag in this game. Because as you guys do know, this game does get laggy. Alright, this might need... I might need the extra tile here, actually. I have a 20 dupe colony at 1,000 cycles, and I'm contemplating quitting because of all the lag issues. Yep. So what I would recommend for that is the one thing you could do is kill off all flying critters and reduce navigation. So what I mean by that is when you click on a dupe, you have show navigation button. The game is constantly calculating the pathing for the dupe and the potential jobs that are nearby or accessible by the dupe. Because of how the errand and the priority system works, they have to scan everything. So that means every second they're calculating pathing. So what you're going to want to do is limit their pathing. So that usually means getting to the doors and then locking it. So if you have an area that's not doing anything and it's just, you mined it out, now you just kind of have to sweep it, make it so that only maybe 1 or 2 dupes that are sweeping that area have access. Because you don't need to calculate this dupe having to go through to this side. That actually is one of the more laggy things in the game. And if you reduce pathing of the dupes, the game doesn't lag as much. Second thing is, it's pathing, but it's for critters. Critter pathing is just as bad because they have to path out random movement. Now, I don't have an example, right? No, I do. Flying critters are the worst because flying critters path to every single tile. So you want to kill off every and all flying critters you have because they have the worst pathfinding in the game in terms of how it affects the lag. So shine bugs, puffs, anything that flies, it needs to go. That also is the reason why you don't want your Pakus to be in a large fish tank. You usually see people have a 1-tile Paku ranch, and the reasoning why is the same thing, reduce pathing. So you want to do that as well. I actually normally play up to 24 dupes myself, So I would say that the 20 dupe count shouldn't be that bad. Another thing is, I don't know if you actually built this, but you want to avoid utilizing something known as the jetpack. The jetpack allows your dupes to fly, but guess what? That means they basically become a flying critter, and you lag the game. So avoid jetpacks. That flying... Okay, the algorithm has to resolve or be based on that concept, motion, task, reward, danger, etc. Yep. Is that flying creature thing only when they're unconfined? So when a critter's confined, they have no pathing. So I wouldn't want to say yes. I haven't even gotten that far. Okay, so hopefully those tips could help you reduce lag. Another thing that helps you reduce lag is sweeping all the items and putting it on one tile. And then it's better if you have this tile be a vacuum. If you can't have it be a vacuum because it's a little bit difficult to make that design, you want it to be at least on an insulated tile, if possible. This reduces the amount of heat calculation you have with debris. When you have debris, right, and it's all over the map, you're doing different calculations at different intervals because they're all spread out, right? The solids right here have to interact with the water has to interact with the tiles and the oxygen, and then all that is a calculation constantly so that the temperature either goes up or down. So sweeping all the items, putting it on one tile, makes it so that the calculation only happens here. So you want to have that in either a vacuum so that there's no heat transfer calculation because vacuums are godlike, or B, have it on insulated tiles because the calculation is a lot lower when you're doing insulated tiles. Because if the numbers don't change, right, they're not as bad as if it's constantly fluctuating. So the least amount of heat transfer calculations, or make it so that the amount of value goes up and down is minimized, is probably what you're looking for. If you can't get a vacuum, that is. Getting a vacuum one tile storage is kind of tough, because it means you have to have a weird setup. But it can work, it can work. Oh, you made it out of aluminum, you're trying to cool down the stuff inside? If you're trying to cool down the debris, the best thing for you to do is have the debris in a liquid. These tiles right here are probably going to cool down the fastest compared to anything else that's not in a liquid. Of course, so the water's already hot, so it feels bad. But the tiles like that that are sweepable, they cool the fastest in either entombment, that means in a rail, or in a water pool. Those are going to be the two things that cools that down the fastest, more often than not. All right, so what's happening here? I need to have 1, 2... It's going to be a 3-tile gap, right? So I got to go out like this. I want to trim this out. Hopefully I can, and then I'll mop it up. It should be fine. Gotta finish my Dreckle box. Okay, so we gotta have the shearing station here. Probably have the grooming station on the right because that's gonna be entrance. Critter drop-off. Should be good. I'm thinking about moving this out though. So it goes like this. And then we seal this up here. Because I want 4 tile in this room. Yeah, so it would be like this. Oh, but I still have a jank setup. Because I need a 2-door setup. Oh, that's going to be this tile. So it's 1, 2, and then 3. And then we have to have that jank setup. That works. I could just drop the eggs here. And then we just have to do a count on the side. Okay, we just gotta mop this up. Alright. Do the ladder. Gotta do the 1-drop block here. And then do the left side. Seal this up on the left. This is gonna be the breeding room. Oh, no. Shearing room. This is gonna be where the Dracos are. And then before we go to the kill box, we're gonna have a shearing room to remove the plastic. And then after that, it's gonna go into a kill box, which shouldn't be on the left side. This is not rolling anymore, which is fine. Not a lot of copper. Oh, dude, 100 tons of iron? Jeez, sheesh. 99, okay. Why do I have so much iron? What did I... Oh, that was this? How much iron is it per vein? Dude, I didn't even realize this. This is 8 tons of iron per tile? I thought this was your normal 1,000. Dude, this is insane. Dude, this is actually insane. I should melt it, man. I would get so much more iron if I melted it. Yeah, dude. Oh, I can't melt it though. I need to get rid of it so I can get plastic. I need to make space. Sheesh, dude. Why is that so strong? Sheesh, man. Seriously. Alright, I want to do this because I need this to be water. And then I need to do a kill box in here. Now, this is going to be the Omni kill box, so it's not really going to matter. And then we got to do it with a bottle emptier first. There we go. Melt it. Wait, what? Yeah, if we melt it, we get all of the iron becoming refined iron. Because when we dig it, we lose half of the mass. So instead of getting 4,000, we would get 8,000 kilograms of refined iron. A lot of the times, if you could melt it and then have it solidified on the back end, you're better off doing that. So melting ice and the liquefiables is the first thing that comes to mind, right? Due to the fact that it's ice, they're supposed to melt. That's normally how we kind of expect that. But yeah, that's actually what that's for. If you melt it, you get more return back on the resources, which is pretty sweet, to be honest. Oh, I need a ladder here in order to build a lot of these, which is fine. Get water in here. And then we gotta count the tiles. 3, 6, 30. Right? I won't count this yet. I might. 34. So 34, 40, 44, that's 84. And then I need 96, right? So that's here. 84, 87, 87, 91, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That works. And then that means the door is here. Yeah. Please explain a system for this. So if you want to melt this, honestly, the only thing that is makeshift enough for this to work is you have to have your other materials mined out. So you mine out everything else. After you mine out everything else, you have to keep this in a vacuum. So you have to remove all the gases. And then what you're going to want to do is keep the hot heat source touching the metal so that only the metal absorbs the heat. So that means you probably use something with the airflow setup like that. Make sure it's a vacuum. So maybe have that be surrounded by insulated tiles or regular tiles. And then what you would do is you would get, what is it? The glass forge. Do I have that? I don't have it. Take the glass forge, drip the molten glass on top of the iron. Over time, it's going to be enough to probably melt it. Yep. And you should be able to melt that into molten iron. After you melt everything, you want to pitcher pump it. And then auto sweep that to a bottle emptier. The reason for that is the bottle emptier guarantees that you have non-diggable tiles. So they come out as debris tiles like this of refined metal. That way, you don't lose it out accidentally. Because if you just expose that pool of liquid molten iron, they're just going to solidify and you have to dig it out. And that kind of just ruins the point. So that's kind of the idea for that. If you don't have a heat source hot enough, meaning that the glass forge is not hot enough to melt this, because of the metal type. It should be able to melt this though, I think. You should be able to just drip magma. Same thing, right? Drip magma, absorbs the heat, and then it melts. But that's more or less, in a nutshell, the design you would want for that. I've never made one of those, but if you asked me to make something like that, that would be the idea. Alright, Dreco Farm. It's coming in, it's coming in. Gonna get the water into here for the lock. This is gonna have to be replaced with hydrogen, so you know what we'll do? We'll start doing the plumbing. I mean, we probably have more hydrogen in here, though. It's just that I can't use the plumbing skill. I mean, actually, I could stand here and do it. Because we have suits now, right? Yeah. Maybe this is not a good line because of the fact that it pulls the hydrogen from here. That should be fine. I won't pull from here yet. I do want the door there, though. This has to be oil. This has to be water. And then let's get this. Copper refined. Let's go. Alright, so that's good, that's good. I know this is going to be a problem, so I'll build these out now. Yep, the CO2 is always going to block that when we spill the water in. Alright, turn this off. That's all we need. Build out the tiles, and then I need ice temp shift plates. Oh, we don't. It's actually cold enough, so we don't need that. Pretty good. Oh, I messed up here. I wasn't supposed to build the door yet because I need to build a bottle emptier. This needs to be 2 liquids. That was not enough oil. Feels bad. I think I could get rid of these now. Gotta remove the other gases, of course. I could seal this up now as well. Once we do this, I'll redo the design here. I need to move the insulated tile down 1 tile right here. It's a weird design, but it's gonna work. Alright, alright. This is still cold. We're doing good. Dirt is being maintained. Can't complain. These Pakus, man. These Pakus. I can't believe it, man. They're causing so many problems. Eating up all the algae. We're back to 20 tons, though. That's actually healthy. Back to a good old 20 tons. Oh, you know what I just thought of? How does Baator actually deal with these story traits? Will I get story traits on this playthrough? They're enabled, but I don't know if this will actually allow the generation to work properly. I don't know if they're going to allow this to work properly, man. That's such a weird idea to think about. I don't know if that's going to work properly. Oh, man. Let's build out the tile right there. Just corner it out. There needs to be a bottle emptier here. This is good. And then we need to build up this tile to get the 1-drop lock set up. Then we got to pump out all the gases to get hydrogen inside. 58 kilograms. Maybe we don't need that much. Glass forger, or glass exits the forger at 1941, well above melting point, but the mass difference will remain. Well, you know, it'll take a while for the iron to heat to the melting point. True, true. It's gonna take a while, but because it's a vacuum, you get to have all the heat basically be in one spot, which is, you know, the only real upside. That's the only way you can maximize that low mass, by having it in a vacuum. But outside of that, yeah, man, gonna have to use magma. 106 minus 9. 106 minus 9 is 107. And then we bop this. 107, 106. I mean, at 96. Right? Because 106 minus 9, 97. Add a tile, 96. And that's the space I'm looking for, right? 96 tiles, perfect. Alright, this needs to be oil. We could actually choose naphtha instead. Oh, I think all the naphtha might be, Can I mop this? No, I can't. Oh, I can mop this side, though. Alright, let's mop that. I can't mop any of these, though. Feels bad. And then let's turn this off. And then let's drop the naphtha here. And then we'll drop water on top of that. Alright, so how's the right side? The steam finally is gone. There's still a little bit of heat source, though, at 100. Okay, so it's cooling down. It's cooling down. Nature is healing, boys. It's not really healing. But it's looking alright. Okay, okay. I think this is going to be a... I want to mine this so the water spills out and immediately cools down the area. Famous last words, but we'll do it. Alright, let's spill that out. Let's do these two. This could be mineable now. I don't know if I want to, though. I will just do this, and then maybe run along the top. Carbon dioxide. Let's pop that. Might want to start dealing with the CO2. There is probably a lot of naphtha there, but it's fine. 200. Good stuff. Sweep out the lime. Sweep out the sandstone. This is going to get mined out soon. Gotta make the jump. Okay, so I probably want to mine... I'm potentially thinking about mining this out or this side. This side makes more sense because we have suits. Now that we have fish, maybe we start breeding that as a food source long term. Because it's going to be very beneficial to have Baku. We'll start ranching over here with the suits on, so I don't have to worry about the gas and how that bothers us. And then the only thing I would want to think about is extending out where I have my Atmos suit line. That's the one thing I'm thinking about, because this is not enough suits. I'm probably going to get rid of this electrolyzer right here, because we're not going to need the oxygen anymore as well. Since we have suits, of course. Then we get to save on a little bit of water as a result. Clean base, except for that one bubble right here. Oh, man, this guy. You need to go into the jail, dude. He's breaking free. Alright, we mop that up. This is good. This is going to be the drown box. We could put the auto sweeper here, of course, which is why it's there. But I'm not going to put it in yet. We know that the chute should be up top to reduce egg problems. And then it's 1, 2, 3, 4 we could reach. And then by building a door, we could climb on top of the door. Now that this is good, we're going to push the tile down because that's what we need to do. And then I need to put a door here, standing up. It's a weird setup, but it's going to work pretty nicely. Oh, but I was supposed to put a tile here. But because I didn't, I mean, it's not a problem, though. Because I do need to push that down. I need to keep this tile here, though, as well. I want to get rid of this. I mean, I will. This needs to go there. Feels bad. Empty tile. But I think this is necessary, what we need to do here. Should be fine. I won't sweep yet. Temperature inside's around 22. What's the mealwood low end? 10. I should actually cool this down some more. Let me get one ice statue. Oh, I don't have that in... Oh, no, it's furniture. Here we go. Ice block. So this is 400 kilograms of ice instead of 800. So that's why I want to use this. So this will immediately lower the temperature inside. I mean, I don't need to do it yet. I'll wait till I'm like later on and potentially just build it here. Because we have room for the water. It's just that we need to do temperature control. Alright, that's done. We do this, and it's time to do the pumps. I haven't discovered plastic yet. Oh, it's gonna be overpressure. Alright, infinite pressure, boys. It's time. 800 kilograms, huh? Actually, no. Yeah, it's gonna be right here. I see it. Oh, can that even work? I guess I have to temporarily do this. I don't want to do that. I want to do it here. That's way too much oil, though. And I could just let it slip. Alright, let's do... Yeah, it has to be here. Let's just deconstruct this. And then build a vent on the left side. And then have it go close to the vents. Once we deconstruct it, we're going to build it right away. That's going to be enough. Just drop oil. Alright, that goes into here. And then we'll pump everything out. All we need is a little bit of juice. I could just go inside and grab it from here, I think. Oh no, this is maxed out, 1940. Not everything's pumping, though. Not everything's pumping. Oh, the desalinator is maxed out. Oh, dude. I need to cut the line. I need to have the desalinator empty out so we have water. We need space for the desalinator to operate. Alright, hopefully it should be just leaving now, which is good for us. And, honestly, I want to just use this line. I could just also use that line, but there's so much other wires. This is actually pretty good. Alright, we'll use the jank line. Just like that. We have to build out more, but I don't risk overloading. And then, of course, I need to get my sweepers in here. So, just like that. Sweeps the eggs, sweeps all of the meal wood, sweeps everything up top. We get a loader up top in the center, and then we load into our design. Okay, so printables. Nutrient bars, there we go. Lindsay, Oshkon, Rowan. Not getting, ooh, build supply cook. Super duper hard digging. Wow, dude, Lindsay is looking like a stud. Yo, man, Lindsay. Lindsay looking like a real stud right now. Build supply? That's really good combo. I gotta grab that, right? I gotta grab that. I gotta grab that. That's legit. We have food. We're gonna be fine. Alright, Lindsay, build supply. Let's go. We're not gonna allow you to cook yet. So we're at 11 dupes. 8, 16, 24, 32, 40, 48. 9, 50. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then that's going to be enough meal wood for the colony. The ranching and the increased number of critters we're getting should help us out with some extra meat as well. Alright, that should be good. Alright, so here we need to have a loader set up. This is never going to get cold, right? Yeah, you know what? That's actually another thing. This is always going to be cold in here because it's Dreco Farm. I could just build everything with lead. Even if it reduces overheat temperature by 20, I'm actually okay. Because it's never going to get above 30 degrees anyways. So it's a high risk, high reward maneuver, but I think it's going to be what we call a pro gamer move. Looking pretty sweet. Alright, so this needs to be a mechanized airlock for an auto refill, which allows me to get the critter drop off up top. And then we'll have a shearing station in here, and then we'll have a chute somewhere close by. So rail is going to look something like this. I probably should use the iron, because we also have pyrite, right? I don't want to waste the aluminum. So we go like this. Like that for the chute. And then I want to go around so that the egg doesn't bother anyone. And I probably want that here. I could have it go all the way around, though. It wouldn't be that bad. But Dreggles are hot, not glossy babies. Once we get glossies, we'll be fine. And I will get cooling in here later on. But for now, just to get it started, we should be okay to get a couple glossies. And then if it starts getting warm, we add some ice. We have a lot of space in the water locks anyways. So the ice is going to be pretty sweet. Pretty sweet. Alright, so that's going to be the design setup. All we're going to need now is critter sensors. Make that out of lead. So the critter sensor is going to be tied to... This one is going to be in the room, and then we have one for outside of the room. So that's probably here. So this is for outside refill, and then we need another critter sensor inside for the chute. Because once we have enough critters, we want everything to go through the kill box. And then we're going to need another auto sweeper here. For meat, specifically. But we're not going to need that yet. We'll do that later. My glossy wrenches usually heat up after a while. Yeah, that's true. That's true. I think eventually we'll get some aqua tuners to, do proper cooling. But gotta get to that stage of the game, and I want to get some plastic first. You're right, though. They will eventually heat up. We're just hoping that it happens later than sooner. Hopefully that's the case. You know what I'm thinking about doing? I'm thinking about moving the cool salt slush into the inside of my base. That way, this becomes a cool energy source and maintains temperature. Which doesn't really matter because it's actually pretty cool inside as well. What I really want, though, is to move out the liquid lock so that I have more suits. I just need more suits right now, man. I'm just lacking on the suits. Oh, this is doing its thing. Let's go. We got the vacuum right here. So this is spilling out. So the water right here is around 30 degrees. It gets down to here, which is around 90 degrees. And then we're cooling it down, so around 50, 60 degrees. It's not bad. It is attempting to cool everything it can, though. The one thing we need to make sure is that we never get to a high value of water per tile. So we don't get infinite pressure shenanigans. 4,000 grams. Wow. That was totally safe. Holy crap. And then this is not breaking, right? There's no infinite spill shenanigans happening. Someone peed on the ladder. Feels bad. Looks good, though. Looks good. Hopefully it helps out with the temperature over here. That's going to be the next area, the cooldown. Alright, we got the rail job. Spam oxygen is good. Dirt is great. So after this, I'm probably going to build a pocket ranch. Let's upgrade, or let's get some mealwood for the new dupes. Do they have places to eat? We have 13 tables. Okay, that might be my soft cap for now. 13 dupes. Probably start grabbing the wild pacus. This is so cold. I think this is going to be the last place we break into. This is just so cold. Just way too cold. Luckily for us, it doesn't look like there's a geyser inside, so it's cool. And then right here, this is gonna freeze soon. Feels bad. I think what should happen is we expand the spawn to the wall. We might, I don't know if we'll need that much oxygen though. And then from here, I want to mine the top. Let's put a ladder here to get to the left side. That means I could mine this from here. Mining off the top. just so that we get more space mined out. Also get the dirt. Good times. Oh, we're also chilling the dirt, huh? By spilling this out. That's true. You can see that all the solids here are chilled out pretty good. Instead of being hot like the other side. Dude, what a difference insulated tile makes. We could mine this, but it's fine. Yeah, I can mine this layer. What was this geyser again? Oh, this was the hot 500-degree steam. Oh. We could use that as a power source. Not really a power source. Okay, so that's steam. This was a cool steam vent, I think, because I put a 1 on it. Which one was this? Cool steam is a 5. Okay, then what was the 1? Carbon dioxide? Chlorine, yeah, that's a priority one. We don't need that. 1, 2, we grab this. 3? What is this? Hydrogen vent. Free hydrogen? That's not bad. Let's put that on a 4. I don't really need that because I have a lot of hydrogen anyways. Unless I want to use that as a main power source for my power box. Nothing on the right side. And then we go down. Open geyser. This one right here. Priority 9? Why was this priority 9? Leaky oil fissure. Okay, that's pretty good. Outside of that, volcano, cool steam vents. 250-degree clay. And that's it. I'm trying to see if there's a good inherent location because of my geyser locations. Doesn't look like we got all the geysers, though. The water's up top. So this is a good spawn area and keep the water close by. I think we're just going to have to go around the base with the suits to look at what kind of areas are around us on the right side. Alright, so while we're waiting for that, this is going to be not powered? Oh, because it's idle and there's no battery for that. Oh, crap. Let me get a jank design really quick. The jankest of designs. So if you guys don't know, red signal doesn't matter. If you have a green signal on a red line, the green overrides it. So we could actually share the line. It would be cool. After that, the Dreco Ranch is done. We just got to pump it out, fill up with hydrogen, maybe get some mealwood growing. Temperature's all right. Get the rails in at the bottom. How are you finding them without digging? Oh, that's a strat. If you didn't know, the easiest way to see what geyser you have is click on the priority button right here. And then you want to hit the exclamation point. My cat cam's in the way. Let me take that off. So you want to go to the priority button right here. You want to go to the exclamation point. Make sure it's on all. And then you want to find a geyser. So let's look at this one. So you want to cover the number with the box. After that, you hit escape. After that, you click on the button, yellow alert, and it tells you what it is and it points an arrow at it. Gives you the stats, but you cannot analyze. You would still have to dig it out if you want to analyze. And then from here, if you want to remove the yellow alert, just click on any of the numbers down here. And that's it. All you got to do is have vision of the geyser, and it works. Hope that helps, man. Mild exploit? It's an exploit, 100%. It's an exploit. The devs don't want you doing that, man. The devs don't want you doing that. They don't think it be like it is, but it do. Really do be like that sometimes. X-Lyric, though. You good? You good? Because I think, guys, this is going to be a great spot for us to wrap things up for the night. The Baator colony is coming along. Good progress. There's some things to avoid, but right now there's nothing really that's troublesome. We have indefinite oxygen. 500 kilograms of oxygen. Water is coming in from cool salt slush and it's cooling the gas as we're producing it. So everything in here is temperate. Nice temperate temperature. So everything's cool inside. The water is still cold. We have a lot of water still. I'll probably want to insulate this sometime soon. Maybe. So that the heat energy isn't lost in the ambient temperature. We went from -10 to minus 9.5. But I think this is going to be a good time for us to wrap things up for the night. So let me get that saved. Oh, it's nighttime transition. Alright, we'll save now. It should be fine. Baator Mamba number 2. Let's go, guys.